Hello everyone, my name is Shane, and this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, and it's been one of my primary phones here for the last 8 months or so. And in this video, I just want to talk to you guys about my overall experiences I've had with this phone. I have some new insights to share with you guys, following up from my 2 months later review I made a while ago. So some very important updates I want to give you guys on this phone, which have definitely addressed some of the negatives and concerns I had overall with this Z Fold 2. A lot of those are now taken care of or not of any concern anymore. So super excited to jump into this video with you guys. To quickly catch everyone up who isn't all too familiar with this phone and that everybody is prepared for this video and long-term review, this is a 2-in-1 foldable device made by Samsung. On the outside here, we have a very narrow 6.2 inch display. And then on the inside, we have a 7.6 inch display. And this inner display is a 120 hertz refresh rate screen and is also Super AMOLED. So you're getting pretty much the best display of any smartphone that currently exists. And you're getting it in this form factor that you're able to fold up and take with you on the go. It is a very well built and very well constructed phone that feels like it is going to last a very long time. When you open and close this phone, there isn't any sort of creaks or clicks or anything like that. It is a super smooth opening and closing experience. You're getting 2 displays. You're getting a tablet and a phone in one device. And yes, you can use this as a tablet if you wish to do so. I've been editing videos on this phone actually. Also, getting into this phone is super quick and super enjoyable. I'm not just talking about actually physically opening the phone. I'm talking about unlocking and getting in with the fingerprint sensor built into the power button. It is so quick. It is instant. This is my favorite way of getting into any phone, and I'm so happy it's here on the Z Fold 2. You just lay your thumb on it and you are in right away. If you want to just do it all at once, you can kind of put your thumb on it and then just open it up and you're right in doing whatever you need to do. But now jumping more into the actual long-term use case of this phone, starting off with the durability. How has this phone held up over the past 8 months? So I'm happy to report that on this unit here, I do not have any scratches on the front display, nor do I have any scratches on the inner display. And this front display has definitely impressed me considering it's made of plastic so that it's able to fold. It's not the same durability as your conventional glass screen, but it is still held up very well. I will use a wipe on this to clean off the screen periodically because the fingerprints show up a lot more on this plastic display than it does on the glass display on the front. I'm using my fingernails against it. And there have even been times where I've accidentally dropped this phone while I have the phone completely open and the screen exposed. But honestly, it's held up. There are not any marks, dings, scratches. But with all of that said, just please note that this phone is certainly not invincible. It can get scratches on it. I had a different Z Fold 2 in my possession that had a scratch on the top corner of the screen. And that is because I did not have a case or anything on this phone. And when you lay this phone flat on the table without any case on it, it's going to scratch up against the table potentially when you're interacting with it while it's down on the tabletop. And that is going to bring me to my next point regarding the overall durability, is that there's now an amazing case that goes with this Z Fold 2. Now I'm super happy to share with you guys this Spigen Armor Pro case. This case is a game changer for this phone. We're now able to daily drive this phone no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. I was always concerned taking this phone out with me because there just wasn't proper protection for it, but now we have it here with this Armor Pro case. Starting with the front here, you can see there's plenty of lip on the top to be able to protect the screen. And that's huge for me for multiple reasons. You are able to lay this phone down flat on the table and you're not going to get any scratches on that display. If you're going to use the cameras in a stationary mode, meaning you just lay the phone down on the table and you just fold the phone up, And now this acts as your stand for your camera. So you can just go ahead and record things with the phone laying flat. You don't even need to touch it or anything. The front of your screen is protected. And then we also have a protection for the hinge. Having that hinge protection is excellent as well. On the back, of course, we're gonna have enough here to cover our camera array on the back. And the biggest thing about this case is that when you open up this phone, you'll see here that the part that protects the hinge, when you open it up, it then slides itself out towards the back of the phone. And with this, you now have a grip on the back to be able to use this phone one-handed. And that is the thing that has sold me and has brought me back to this phone after I had initially used it and then went back to my other conventional smartphones because I wasn't able to use this with one hand. I don't always want to commit two hands just to be able to use the main part of the phone, which is this main display. So it is so nice to be able to use this phone now in a way that you would a conventional smartphone and still have all of this amazing screen real estate. It is so nice to be able to scroll through YouTube or the news or literally whatever it is you're doing on your phone, just being able to hold this phone with one hand, thanks to this case, has just been an absolute game changer for me. But now jumping more into the long-term use case of this phone, what are my thoughts on this guy after 8 months of usage? To sum it up, over the past 8 months, just the overall user experience has been phenomenal in terms of engaging with the phone, especially this inner display. Every time I open this phone up, it just invites me to use it even more. It is just such an incredible experience over any other phone I have ever used to date. Even just simply watching YouTube content is just so enjoyable on this phone. When you're watching content in just the standard orientation, you're already kind of in that landscape mode as if you were watching videos on a standard smartphone, but it still manages to be a wider and taller video viewing experience in that regard. And then you can also simply turn this over to landscape. And it's not going to fill your entire screen. You see you're going to have some pretty hefty chunks, and you also see the hole punch cutout there on the upper left corner. With this case, you can just prop this down on the table and you have a great angle and great viewing experience with it. I like to have the phone in just the standard orientation. You can get a great view of the comments here. And the best part about it is that the whole use case isn't because of this big inner display either. This front display is plenty usable for me in my daily use case. Usually I use it for navigation or quickly checking some emails, or every single morning I will just check the news here on this front display. And when it comes to text messaging, the keyboard is pretty darn tiny, but honestly, I've gotten used to it and I really don't have all too many errors, or autocorrect will fix some words for me. And if you are having trouble typing something at a given moment, you can always just open right up and you can start to text from the inner display. Just to give you guys a point of reference, this is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. So on a conventional smartphone, this is pretty much as big as the keyboard's going to get. And looking at it side by side, the keys are a little bit wider on this Z Fold 2, but the nice thing is that they spread them out for you. So you're able to type a lot easier. I found it very easy to type in this format. So if you're worried about some of the aspects of moving away from a conventional phone, then just know that this Z Fold 2 and the software that Samsung has put onto this phone as of late definitely optimizes it to use it in a way as a standard smartphone while also just enjoying that full screen. So an example of a software change, I have all my conversations on the left side, and then whichever conversation I'm currently highlighted on, that will show on the right side. And then if new text messages come in while you're texting or talking to somebody else, you'll be able to very quickly see a lot of different things at once. Something else I've really enjoyed with this phone are the speakers. So we have one on the top and one on the bottom. It's just the dual speaker setup. There are lots of other Samsung phones and other phones on the market that have that dual speaker setup, but this is a dual speaker setup on steroids because it is extremely really loud. I am amazed by how loud this phone gets. There's been some comparison videos out there on YouTube where the speakers on this Z Fold 2 are louder than some laptops. So you're getting some seriously good audio quality here to go with the amazing display. It just makes viewing content and just engaging with the phone all that much better. But now let's talk about a couple negatives that still exist with this phone for me. I had some negative points in my 2 months later review, but those problems have pretty much been solved thanks to this case that has now come out for this phone, and the price has come down on it, which I'll talk more towards the end of the video. But a couple negatives that I want to mention, starting off with the crease. So I say it's a negative because a lot of people online, you will see a lot of comments say, Shane, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to deal with that crease. I'm clicking off this video. I'm not even considering this phone. But the honest truth about the crease is that if you're looking at the phone straight on, just using it in a normal use case scenario, you will never notice that crease. You do feel it if you rub your finger over it, but it's very smooth. The only time I really notice the crease is that if I'm in the car and have this phone propped up to do my navigating for me, if it's in the right angle, you can definitely see the crease then. That's really the only time it's ever so slightly off-putting for me. But now probably the biggest downside of this phone is just the overall size and weight of this guy. I think an interesting comparison is that this is a 20,000 milliamp hour battery bank, and you can see here it's almost a similar size to the power bank. So yes, it is a very big and beefy phone. You need to take that into consideration. There are still times when I have this phone and I'm daily driving it that I'm tempted to go back to the conventional smartphone design just because it is so much more slim than here on the Z Fold 2. Also, the battery life is not phenomenal on this phone. In a recent use case where I was closely watching my battery and using both the front display and the inner display, I got around 5.5 hours of screen on time with about, I think, 20% battery left on the phone, which seems pretty good. You could get up to 6 hours screen on time with this phone, but most of that use case was watching YouTube, and YouTube takes a lot less battery than playing some games, for example. So I would expect maybe even as low as 4.5 hours of screen on time if you're doing a lot of intensive tasks, and getting up to potentially 6 hours if you're doing some lighter tasks like just watching YouTube or maybe heavily using that front display on a certain given day. So it's definitely sufficient for a 1-day battery life, but you're not going to be getting that 2-day battery life that most of the modern day flagships are giving us now. And of course, the biggest downside of this phone is that price tag. When this phone first came out, it retailed at $2,000, which thank goodness it is not that price anymore. So we're going to jump over to the Samsung Shop app here. I'll have links down in the description if you want to check out the price for yourself whenever you are watching this video, because I've actually seen pretty good prices on this phone as of late from Samsung. So if we jump down here, no, I don't want to trade in, go to the final price. They have slightly lowered the price here, and if you are getting that discount, the student discount or a workplace discount, it's going to bring you down currently to $1,600, a decent price cut. But in the last couple of weeks, I've also seen at times a $200 instant rebate from Samsung on top of this other discount, which brings the price down to about $1,400. And at that $1,400 price tag, at the time of making this video, I think this phone is a very good consideration at that price. And I know there's a lot of cheesy, corny videos of folding phones of the future, blah, 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 but it isn't the future anymore. It's right now. It is in our hands. This is not a prototype. This is not just some sort of thing made in somebody's garage. This is a mass-produced phone that has the capability to fold in half and give you a tablet and a conventional smartphone, both in the same device. But overall, all things considered, in the past 8 months, this has been my favorite phone to use of any phone ever. And it is just such an inviting phone. I still love to use it every single day. It just brings a smile to my face. Just anything you can put your mind to, you're going to be able to do it with this phone. One of many examples I have for you in this video of you can do whatever you set your mind to with this phone. I was out playing disc golf, I simply propped the phone up on the bag I was using to play. I didn't have any fancy tripods or anything, so I filmed some of my shots on that, and then I edited all of the footage on the Z Fold 2 itself. So it's just so cool to have all of this stuff packed in this single device that can fold in half, fit in the palm of your hand, and take it with you wherever you go. Just an overall amazing package here with the Z Fold 2. And if the price is right, I can definitely recommend this phone. But what are your thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing to the Shane Simons YouTube channel today. And I hope to see you guys around for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.